Okay, John, here's some more features that are on the boat now. Here's the swim step. It locks and pulls out, goes down. It's pretty nice access out of the water back into the swim step and into the boat. Got the swim step out here and then the molded one in the boat. You'll see that there's a locker for whatever you want to put in there. It drains to the bilge. What you see there is an old remote for the Sony stereo. Never found anything to quite put over that to make it look better, but that's the way things go sometimes. This is a neat feature. It's for water skiing. You just put the rope around here and it keeps your rope at the level that you want instead of putting it on the wake tower. Right here is a trim control for the outdrive unit, so when you're not in the boat, when you're working on it, you can raise it and lower it from outside the boat. Backing away as best I can. This is the engine cover and the sun deck, if you will. This right here is a removable pad. So if you have just a few people and want to be able to walk in and out of the boat easily, you can pull that out. Panning up, that's the cockpit, obviously. My wake tower. Got the lights and the speakers are covered. I'll pull one of those off so you can see the speakers. And it's got the racks for the wakeboards on both sides. So just climb in and put these covers to keep the sun off of it and the water off of the speakers, obviously. Pioneer speakers. And if I did this right, I should be able to turn the sound back on, let you hear it. Of course, I closed the box door, so the remote doesn't work unless that's open. Try that again. So you'll see there's a subwoofer down there. So speakers are working. Turn them down so we can continue on. Okay, on the inside of the boat, this is also a removable pad. Makes things nice and snug when you're trailering. Each of these over here are seat bottoms will pop up if you don't have something that are kind of wedged. So if you put something light, it could blow out. As you can see, there's lots of swim cups on both sides and at the front and on the driver's side as well. But let me open up these compartments here, let you see what's inside. Okay, you've got your dual battery switch here. You got two batteries in it, and I'll show you the engine compartment later. You got two of the bumpers and the dock lines. I've got some outdrive fluid. I don't know if you can see it in there, in those bags. There is a blower for your inflatables, and of course the fire extinguisher, and there's also a much better suppression system in the boat. We talked about some nicks. There's a nick on the upholstery there, and there's a couple of nicks right in here. So those are some of the wear and tear pieces. Now we'll go over here to the ice chest, which is nice. It's pretty big size. I'd say that's about 3 feet wide, probably 16 inches deep, and I don't know, a foot or so this direction. And there's your drain, so it works out real good. Put that in. Let me open up the engine compartment. It's gas assisted strut, so you can get stuff in and out. As I said, two batteries, one there, one over here. Tons of room for stowage, all kinds of stuff. Hour meter, I think, is reading 251.6. Not a lot of hours on that. It's not even gone through the break-in period. There's a lot of stowage on this side as well. And that suppression system I was talking to you about, let's see if I can, hopefully that shows up. It's down there. Of course, the stern light for when you're at anchor. Okay, there's the gull wing. There's a little bit of metal in there that's kind of rusted, but nothing structural, only cosmetic, and only if you lift it up. I have a bimini top that fits underneath these speakers, and here is the corrosion on the chroming that I was talking to you about. But it comes up right underneath there, comes up to the front, right about here at the windshield, then it goes to the back to here. It attaches right here and back there, and at the front up here. This is a separate bimini system. It doesn't work because it's the wake tower. Glove compartment. Oh, I guess I didn't clean that up very good. So cover for the stereo faceplate. You can put DVDs in there. They just slide in the top, and when you're done, you just pull it out like that. That's how that works. Subwoofer, ignition. My speedometer, the clowns didn't fix it the last time. There's this little switch or relay they got to replace. Bilge blower, bilge pump, the navigation lights, the anchor lights, interior lights. You've got one way at the front, and then you've got one on either side here and here for your night cruising time. And docking lights. And I think I showed those at the beginning. Front of the boat, there's lights you can use to dock, and of course your horn. There's a 12-volt system here to plug into for that inflatable, the air compressor, and I think there's another one right in here. Lots of power source. Ski locker, huge. I've got 3 skis in there. The blue one is not for sale, but I'm throwing in the 2 O'Briens, the purple ones. They're not as good as that blue one, but it would cost me a lot of money. So you've got all that in there, and it goes way up underneath, so you can put lots of life jackets and stuff like that. Okay, wanted to show this feature here. Got a windshield, locks into place when it gets cold for the kids. And when you throw the windshield up over it, which hooks here, makes for a much more comfortable ride. This keeps the wind off of everyone in the back. And this right here expands with the heat, so you kind of gotta pound it down. And then when you want out, you gotta do that little trick. Alright, get these out of the way. I'm going to cut this short so that it's not too big of a video and continue on the rest.